again in Amrina's show, Let's Talk. And this time, it's something really interesting. Well, all the time you people must be thinking I bring interesting things to you. I have an interesting female with me, Azzah, all the way from Canada, Greece, Egypt, and Dubai. You must be thinking from so many parts of the world. Well, that's interesting. She has a mother from Saudi Arabia and dad a Canadian. And she's been into Keto Diet. She's bringing Keto Diet to Saudi Arabia with an inspiration. And it's interesting. She actually discussed psychological and mental health problems of people and bring them back to life. She is with me today, and I'm very happy to be a part of this. Thank you so much, Sarah.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
It's really a pleasant feeling to be with you over here today.
Well, likewise.
In your clinic.
Thank you so much.
That's
Thank you
so
so
nice.
much.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Sarah, I want to know a lot of things about Keto Diet because once I was just following you on Insta, I saw you always post inspirational videos. What is the cause behind that, can I know?
Well, the cause is because I've been medically challenged for the past 16 years. Since I was the age of 22, I'm now 38. So I was diagnosed with something called polyglandular autoimmune syndrome type 3, which included 3 different medical conditions. So as of 2018, the ketogenic lifestyle, and I would not say diet because I have to be on it for life, changed me in ways that I even cannot imagine. So this is where my inspiration comes from.
You have to make it a point in understanding what she's saying. She was 27 years of old and she's been diagnosed with type 1 diabetic, and that's not a joke. And then when she was 22 years old, she has diagnosed with hypothyroidism.
Celiac disease.
And celiac disease.
Yep.
And after having so many diseases, from the past 16 years, you've been struggling.
Absolutely.
And now she has become a face of how to live a pleasant and a mental, relaxed life.
Absolutely.
Well, why did you opt for Keto Diet, can I know, Sarah?
Well, look, I've tried everything, not for weight loss, because I was also a trainer, for like a good from 2007 up until 2015. So that was like 8 years of physical exercise because when I was diagnosed with diabetes, they told me the best thing to do is exercise. So I did. So I changed my career because my major is business, concentration, and finance.
Okay.
So I had to switch that in 2007 and say goodbye to that business field and go to the sports field.
Why did you opt for the Keto Diet?
Yeah,
What's so specific
why the
about
Keto
it?
Diet? Because the Keto Diet is basically, I've tried everything. I've tried the low carb, I've tried the low fat, I've tried the, the high carb, I've tried the alkaline, I've tried the autoimmune protocol, I've tried except one thing, with the exception of vegan, I cannot possibly try it because of my medical condition, which affects my protein levels. So I was not allowed by doctor's orders. So that's the only thing I did not try. So if anyone asks me, I tell them I do not know anything. I know about the science of vegans, but I have not tried it myself. And none of them were able to stabilize my blood sugar level. And as of November 10th, I had one of the worst attacks ever on my health. And that's when I decided to take matters in my own hands through research, clinical trials, books, whatever I can get my hands on, doctors abroad. And then I started to investigate what keto is, what the ketogenic diet is about.
Oh, that's interesting. I have read in your history, in your stories, a lot of time you mentioned about food awareness. What kind of food awareness you want to give to the clients? Can you highlight, please?
Absolutely. For the longest time, I thought healthy food was an orange, an apple, berries, grains, whole wheat, brown bread, soy, all of this, but as of now, I know how to differentiate what is really healthy and what's not. And why these things are not healthy, it's because they are produced, they are manufactured one way or the other, and they cause a lot of problems. 90% of people have gluten intolerance, not the disease, but gluten, which is the wheat intolerance, and dairy products. And we're seeing this a lot in children these days. We're seeing it in adults. I know most of my friends are lactose intolerant and gluten intolerant. So a lot of them are opting either for being vegans or being on the keto once they hear about it. And that's basically what I'm trying to raise, that please, people, read the back labels of food. Back labels, because
Can you emphasize something in particular, what they have to read?
the first 4 ingredients are the most amounts that you will find in that available product. So let's say it's sugar, wheat flour, cocoa butter, and let's say butter. So these will be the top 4. Do you understand? If then there's strawberry on the 5th or the 10th ingredient, it really doesn't mean much. If there's written even something bad like palm oil, it's so minute in comparison to if it's on the first 4. These are the ones that you should always focus. Always read back labels. Front labels can be labeled organic, healthy, everything. You can see all types. They can get away with that. All right. But the back, because of allergies, they cannot really play with this. So always read back labels. That's how I create awareness.
This is something very interesting. Honestly telling, I'm going to look out for that.
Absolutely.
When I'm going to go for shopping, yes.
You should.
You were like mentioning in your talk, you said water is really essential, Amrina.
Oh,
so I want to
absolutely.
know one thing. Water is the most essential component. How do you help the clients to drink water who doesn't like it?
All right. Prior to going into nutrition, I had the same issue with exercise. See, it doesn't matter what's the product, okay, whether it's exercise, water. I do it in increments, okay? I do not tell you to do 100 push-ups in 15 minutes and you haven't even started. Okay, the same thing, by the same token, you don't like water, I'll tell you, what do you drink now? Half a bottle? I'll be okay with 1 bottle. Did you reduce your Pepsi from 5 containers? Then we can lower it down to 3. I'll be very happy. Do you smoke 1 pack of cigarette? Then reduce it to 10. And so on and so forth. That's how progression happens. That's how you change your lifestyle. With small, minimal changes throughout your day, it builds up by the end of the year or by the end of 5 years to something grand and something that you would choose. And by the way, everybody is different. I've got all sorts of clients, and every personality fascinates me every time I see them. And because of their behavior or because of their body language, I also look at because of their experiences. So I think the population now is 8 billion or close to, so or 7 billion 500. So each one is different. Their DNA, their genetic makeup, it's totally different. So the rule is whether you like water, whether you don't, you can like it later on, and it's an acquired taste, and you can go on. But it needs to be done in, incremental changes, not overnight. Nothing happens overnight. You don't lose weight overnight. You don't become a CEO overnight. You do not, you do not get to an athlete. They train for 12 and 15 hours a day. So this all takes time. That's my point.
So interesting. That's really good. I always see your morning post, which is basically more focused on mental and psychological health.
Yes.
So how do you differentiate that? Can I know?
Well, okay, mental health is a level of psychological well-being, all right? Without, not necessarily if you have a mental illness, it can be without having a mental illness, okay? So it is the psychological state of someone who is functioning at a satisfactory level of emotional health and behavioral adjustment, all right? So you're asking me also about what is psychology, right?
No, I mean, I want to know basically in
Yes.
your clinical setup, in your approach, in your, the way you designed everything.
Yes.
For an example, I have come because I'm not a person with a lean figure or something.
Okay.
I'm a bit overweight. So I must be mentally very disturbed and psychologically, not within myself. How will you promote me? How will you motivate?
Great. I would ask typically about a 12-page by consultation, all right, regarding your health lifestyle, what blocked you from not getting to your goal, your fitness, okay, what kind of workouts you used to do, what worked well for you, what didn't, what are your stress factors, what are your addictions, if you've got food disorders, if you've got any, of course, medical condition. And I do always say to people, I am not a doctor, okay? It's not right for me to deserve that title, and I don't like anyone to call me that because I do have doctors with me on board. If I don't understand something, I'll tell you, I'll get back to you because these are people's lives and I have to hold them responsible. Now, how do I switch from making it not just because I don't do diet plans. That's not my intention. You don't need me if you want to go on a diet.
You have to understand what is the, what is the main part she's focusing on. She is not concentrating on diet, and diet. So you have to listen to this.
Yeah, it is. It's a dietary lifestyle change. So
Yes.
dietary lifestyle change again, it comes in as little as hourly goals, weekly goals, daily goals, monthly goals. So what I'm saying, let's say I love my cup of coffee. I cannot have my cup of coffee before I do 10 push-ups. Everybody can do 10 push-ups. I'm not telling you 50, all right? And then I can have my coffee.
Yeah.
You see, I cannot, let's say go out to see a friend unless I drink my 4 bottles of small water. These are the things I play with my head, because let me tell you something. Sometimes when you look at the mirror, you think that you're not okay and something is wrong with you, whatever. But there's a saying that it says, it's all in your head.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. 100%. Because I am sure from today to tomorrow, there isn't a change, okay, really, per se. It's with how you perceive yourself and how you see yourself. So that's where I come in and try to change that diet mentality, because I'm so tired of it. And by the way, 95% of the people who do diets, either they gain the weight and they do it, and they gain even some more.
Yeah.
All right, this is a true fact.
Yes.
All right, because there are several factors. It's not only about nutrition. It's not only about exercise either, because I was on the 2 sides of the spectrum. So I'm giving it to you from both sides. It's not about this, it's not about that. You've got hormonal imbalances that play a huge role. You've got your gut inflammation, all right, which is where the metabolism and your health is. You've got your brain, okay, you've got the mood disorder. You've got depression cycles. In 2020, depression will be the #1 disease. It will replace diabetes in one way. So you can imagine. And why are we getting depression as people are on antidepressants? It's because of food. I can guarantee you that. Food, you change your food, and because your brain needs fat. It's built on fat. It's actually made up of 66% fat. So if he doesn't get the vitamin A, vitamin E, vitamin K, which comes from fatty sources, whether you're a vegan or non-vegan, coconut oil, olive oil, macadamia oil, your grass-fed, let's say, butter, your grass-fed beef, which this is what I'm trying to do here, to try to get these in the country. That's what it is.
I'm actually mesmerized, seriously, and I'm definitely going to join this. When did you realize that the food which you were taking was not your friendly one?
Well, I was in and out of hospitals. I don't know how long. I don't know, for every time I would get better for a while, then I would hit the wall. Blood sugar levels would go up. I would be celiac. There's...
Can you just emphasize, sorry
Yes.
to interrupt you. I want to know what is celiac disease, because the viewers will not know the terminology.
Yes, celiac disease is basically when your immune system, okay, believes that your small intestine is being attacked by somebody else. So if I eat, let's say, wheat, it believes it's not mine. It believes it's yours. It believes it's the one next door, but it definitely does not belong to me. So it starts attacking, producing antibodies, all right? And in that terms, I become sick. Look, I can eat a bowl of pasta right now. Nothing will really happen to me as of immediately. But the effect will be immediate on my immune system. That's one. And two, I would not go through that road, because I would try to avoid it like a plague. You can't even have one drop. So that's why I'm not allowed to eat in restaurants anymore, on planes, in coffee shops, even to people. Because I just got an amazing clean health, bill, or whatever you want to call it, all right, just this June, all right, when I stayed away from gluten, when I stayed away from gluten-free products. Imagine that.
Is that so important?
It is very important, but they used to tell me, okay, you can eat gluten-free products. All my doctors told me that. Not correct. Because apparently, it's even doctors, they are a little bit, some of them are old school. Some of them, of course, I cannot generalize, because I do value and respect all doctors, okay, whether they're good ones, bad ones. But what I'm saying to you is science is so quick
Yes.
and in advancement and research and clinical studies and trials and books, and you just cannot, you cannot keep up with the information, basically.
Yes.
So this is what's been happening. And honestly speaking, right now I lead a very strict ketogenic diet, okay, extremely strict, and it has to be for life, because I found out about it in November. I followed it for 6 weeks. Then I have one doctor, all right, that really advocates what I'm doing it, and there's also something called keto and intermittent fasting.
Okay.
So this is where the magic happens, where all your hormones change, where you fast, okay, for a certain period of time. It could be 12, 16, 20, 23 hours. But you're going to tell me, but I'm going to get so hungry, right?
Yeah.
Well, you don't. Because the first thing you do is go on a ketogenic diet. And what is a ketogenic diet? It's made up of 75% fat, 20% protein, and 5% carbs.
Oh.
So yes. So we're trying to change, there are 3 systems in your body. We are trying to change you from a sugar burner to a fat burner. Why? Because when you're a sugar burner, your blood sugar levels, they fluctuate all the time. That's where the mood disorders come. That's
true.
the anxiety.
Exactly.
Social anxiety, nervousness, stress with the kids. This is what I hear from my clients. It's a typical complaint. Once I give them fat, they start to stabilize and they're not hungry anymore, because 1 gram of fat is 9 calories, whereas 1 gram of carbohydrates and protein is 4 grams.
Oh, wow.
So there's a big difference.
Big difference.
So actually, you don't need to eat 3 avocados. You can have half an avocado and you'll be full, or half an avocado and half a steak. That's what I mean when I say 75%. I don't mean load your plate. In the beginning, yes. In order to change system and in order for the body to understand that we are changing system, it needs dietary fat from the outside, not your own body fat. But then afterwards, you're going to become less hungry, fuller, you're going to be ecstatic, you'll be smiling all the time. I promise you that. I promise you that.
Really?
All right? Just give it a try and you will see how that goes. You know what I mean? And it is honestly a fascinating, and please do your research. Do go and ask questions. Do have your doubts. Do your own thing, because everybody, as I said, it varies from one person to another. So I hope I was useful for you guys.
Honestly telling you, I have no words, the way you've explained it so nicely. I want to know, Sarah, down the line after 5 years, where do you want to find yourself as?
In 5 years from now, if I can prevent, someone from having a disease, I will do it in a heartbeat. If I have to knock on doors, door to door, and go and talk to people and raise awareness, raise whatever it is, seminars, for children's schools, adults, worldwide, I will do it. Because I don't want my worst enemy to have not a disease, but a flu. A flu to me is too much for somebody to handle. So that's where my motivation and my passion comes, because I'm so well right now. And I sleep only 3 hours or 4 hours a day, and I'm all the time functioning. I'm working out. I'm taking care of myself. That to me means the world. So I hope one day I'll be able to convey that. I want to also change the industry, the food industry here in coffee shops and restaurants, to put people not only on keto, on food allergies that are very important and they are on the rise, lactose intolerance, vegans. To me, it's very important that you have choices, okay? And that's what I want to see. And as I said, less medication, more concentration on food and the food types that are right for every single human being. That's what I'm at.
Amazing. That's seriously amazing. One more question with you, Sarah.
Sure.
I heard you were saying while when we were having conversation before, you said you have been in my clinic over here.
Yes,
And
I'm actually working in my clinic, all right, and the timings right now we're not so sure, because I just joined, so we will be getting back to you, all right, very soon about it. But you can always contact me, all right. We will post the contact numbers in the email, and I'll be happy to help you in any way, shape, or form. I will do my best to understand your case, and if I cannot understand and make sense out of it, I'll direct you to, of course, doctors that can take care of you. Because I believe you need to do your yearly health checkups. You need to check your hormones.
Yes.
Because look, it's impossible for you not to lose weight or improve your metabolic condition. It just does not exist. But you need other factors apart from exercise and nutrition to focus on as well. And you will get your results. That's a guarantee.
One more question, Sarah, with you. Suppose a lady or a male is like 100, 150 kgs, and they want to get back to their ideal weight. How much time do you think is required, specifically in this keto diet, and plus your
That's a great question.
psychological support?
Sure. That's a great question because look, these morbid obesity, you've got either you could do a surgery, okay, or you can do it the normal way. The normal way will take minimum 2 years because I don't like to overpromise and underdeliver because it will take 2 years of not strict, but the changes of dietary lifestyle and your bad habits will take, at least if you're that much overweight, 150 kg. And of course, at that number, you do not expect to lose 20, 30, 40 in 3 months. I honestly did not see this happening, providing you're going with the normal, healthy weight.
Yes.
All right? So it will take about 2 years to get there.
You have to make it a point. 2 years, and you can find great change
Yes,
and
and
wonders.
you can read, by the way, there's a lot of YouTube channels about it. There's a lot of keto recipes. It's not difficult. What you put in your mind. A lot of my clients come and they tell me, they're like, but it's restrictive. Oh, I don't find recipes. Oh, you can. If you want something so bad, like I wanted to heal. So if they told me, you're going to stay on water, I'm just going to tell them, okay, sure. But will I get better? Will I stay out of the hospital? This is what I'm talking about. When you want to find something, when you are in that much pain, whether it's physical, emotional, financial, mental, it doesn't matter what, you will definitely, most definitely go for it and you will stick to it. So you have to have a better motivation than weight loss. It's not only weight loss. And that's where I drive you. I try to understand where your motivation can come from, where your passion can come from in your lovely journey.
How much time do you take, do you give to your client, the walk-in client or the client who has taken an appointment with you? How much time do you take?
The consultation typically would last for about 2 hours, and I see them on a weekly basis. All right, I test their blood sugar levels, their ketone levels. I also ask from them blood tests, just in case, so we can have a benchmark. I also take their measurements and their weight. Now, if they are from, because I have many clients, they are not from Jeddah. I have some from Riyadh, and some in Mecca, some in the States, Denmark. So these people, I cannot be there for some of the readings, so I ask them to get the device, and they can tell me. So, but I follow them very closely throughout the day as well. It's a continuous follow-up with me. Usually I don't bother them. They bother me whenever they want because this is my job, because I don't know what they do. Maybe they are, they're with their families or they're at work, busy. So I make sure that I give them their time. And when they are psychologically ready, on a day-to-day basis, they do contact me and they start to trust me more,
Yeah, obviously. How long do you stay in Kingdom?
I go on my vacations, and thank God now that my health is great, in a much better condition, yeah. I hope, always. But I do have to go for my 3 months checkup every 3 months. I need to get out of the Kingdom for 3-4 days. That's like usually I take it with a weekend if I have work. But apart from that, I'm most of the time here. And apart from that, I will follow you wherever you go. If you are on vacation, if I'm on vacation, I will get to you either way. I do not leave people.
That's
okay?
the best part of Sarah,
Yeah.
She's not going to leave you once you're with her. She's going to make it a point that you're going to lose weight and you're going to look good. You're going to feel good. You're going to be motivated, confident within yourself, and feel proud about it. It's honestly telling you, I have been through a lot of diets and have seen it, read it, but this time the main reason of having an interview with Sarah is that she actually take care of your mental and physical health.
And let me add one thing, okay? Positive psychology, all right, is extremely crucial in all this process. So again, people concentrate on exercise and nutrition. But the positive psychology is how you change your thoughts. We process 70,000 thoughts a day. So if those 70 and 98% not according to me, according to science, are negative thoughts. So if you would change those 98% and make them into a positive thoughts, you can imagine, you can seriously conquer the world.
Wow.
I mean, it's that fascinating, okay? And obviously, it's about your behaviors and your habits and all of this. So positive psychology is really a crucial and integrative part of all of this.
Yeah.
You know, you need to find some happiness, some positivity within your life to continue. We all have problems. We all have issues. It could be health. It could be emotional health as well. It could be financial. It could be anything. But at the end of the day, you cannot, people or societies are always looking at the negative stuff. You have to keep it positive. And if you cannot do it on your own, please go to healthcare professionals to make you feel better. It is their job to make this work for you. So choose a good one and just let go. Stop being in control, all right? Give this responsibility to someone else. By the same token, work on yourself every single day, whether it's through self-development books, through meditation, through exercise, through prayers, through affirmations, through talking to yourself in the mirror. It doesn't matter which way, they all work. All right, through hypnosis even. So it depends what works for you. So that's my bottom line in this.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I want to know what was that one thing which actually rang a bell in your heart that you have to get up and you have to change your lifestyle or change yourself and work for others as well, apart from changing yourself.
Let me tell you something, okay? I follow about 27 doctors, okay, worldwide, okay, that are ketogenic, all right, type 1 diabetics as well, doctors, ketogenic, because for type 1 they say that we're not allowed to do the ketogenic diet, proved to be totally wrong. It's one of the best diets for me personally and for type 2 diabetics as well. And the thing that fascinated me the most was in April 2018, Dr. Eric Burke, he's a very well-renowned doctor in the ketogenic lifestyle and diet and intermittent fasting. He brought a certificate in April 2018, which I registered on that same day, all right? And hopefully I'll be certified very soon, okay, in the keto nutrition because it's a whole science, there's a whole science behind it. And that's what's important for me, okay, is to get the facts from the myths. I have to decipher this every single day because you have a lot of articles, but I need to know which one works and which one doesn't.
I want to know why this is there. Can I just
Absolutely.
please?
This is basically my psychological health, my mental health, my emotional health, and my physical health challenges from the year 2002 to 2017. All right, what I've been through. So people tell me, well, aren't you in the mood for chocolate or rice? I'm like, yes. Well, look at this chart and you'll understand. See, in order to change your lifestyle, you need something visual. An old picture of you, something that you like, a quote, motivational videos, whatever it is, whatever works for you. And this is when I started my ketogenic diet, what happens to my health biomarkers, what happened to my mood, and the list is endless, and every day I'm getting my concentration level, my memory level.
I can now maintain my muscle mass finally.
Exactly.
Okay.
I couldn't
no
do that.
No swings, no depression.
Yes.
Emotionally stability.
Exactly. And that for me was the hardest thing when I was on sugar. And when I mean sugar, again, I would tell you, the healthy carbs, the fruit, the orange, the brown rice, the quinoa, that did not work well for me, and it mostly does not work well for other people, but I would not get into that. We'll go maybe in another interview on this, I don't know. But all I can tell you is yes, this did not lie.
How do you define keto diet in one sentence? Can I know, please, Sarah?
Life changer. It changes you from the inside. It's the only one that changes you from the inside out.
Great.
There's no calorie restriction. You eat until, there's one condition, until you're full. But by the end of the day, you have to study the science. That's the tedious part about it. It's not just a diet plan and let's eat all that fat and okay, let's just forget it, we're going to lose weight. It doesn't come that easy. In the beginning, you need guidance. You need simple guidelines to make you understand what your body is going through. All right? So it is a life changer in one sentence.
That's so interesting. Seriously, great. You people have to really make use of Sarah over here. She's in Jeddah. She's actually going for a vacation and she's going to be back again. I think she's definitely going to do wonders with a lot of people around her. I thank her for her time and efforts and
Thank
everything.
you so much.
And any message you would like to give to the viewers, please, would definitely be
If you have your health and you're still healthy to a certain degree, you just have a few kilos, or if you got, just a minor thing, do something about it immediately. Do not wait, because one day that can be you, God forbid. And I do not want to see anyone, not taking care of their lifestyle or their dietary changes or exercise or even mental, all right, psychological issues. Please do deal with them. It is imperative if you want to live a life of quality, not quantity. I can live for 80 years old, but I want my 80 years to be 80 great years. And have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much.
It was so nice, really. Thank you so much. Well, viewers, stay tuned mentally and physically. Really, I'm telling you that. You have to make it a point. Till then, catch you next time in Amrina's show, Let's Talk, and with some interesting topic again. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.